Hey everyone, welcome to Just with Chris. Special welcome to Arrows Lex, first one in the chat. So hello, welcome. It's good to see you in here. So, I think what I'm going to do is take a look at the tournament schedule, and we don't see one we want to play in right away. Although the Daily Rapid only started half an hour ago. Okay, that could be a nice whole stream actually, or just play the last 2 hours of the Daily Rapid. Okay, so I'm just going to join this right now. Although I do kind of want to show off a couple of games that I played recently. I noticed, actually, yeah, let's do that really quick. Okay, so I was joining a tournament. I get so many time burners in the under 2000. Yeah. People try to win any way they can, right? So winning on time is a big deal. So last night I was playing right before bed, and I try not to do that, but yeah, last night I was playing some 5-minute chess before bed, and I had one really good game right before I fell asleep. I was like, okay, this is a good game to end the day on. So I wanted to show that to you really quick. And then there was another game that I played this morning. I thought I'd show you guys as well. So immediately I'm thinking, like, what is this Queen F3 move? And I'm just assuming, I can beat this guy. So yeah, we got rid of a center pawn. That was good. I'm lagging behind it a little bit. Oh, those people. Oh yeah, that's a totally different thing. That's just bad manners. Yeah, I hate that when they just let their time run down. That's terrible. Yeah. So this happened, right? And then he's traded off all his pieces that he developed, and he still only has this queen here on f3. And then he makes this mistake here by taking on b7. Because after bishop c6, I'm attacking both things. And yeah, this whole game was funny to me because, like, he just moved his queen so many times. And he's back attacking my rook, which doesn't do anything, right? Because I just moved my knight. So I'm developing, right? Defending while he's attacking with his queen. And here, yeah, putting me in check. Okay, great. I'm going to develop a piece and stop it. Yeah. So this is just an example of someone breaking opening principles and then me figuring out, like, in a 5-minute game how to punish this. So I castled. And I was a little nervous about castling, right, because he has the open G file. But I also noticed that it would take him a long time to get this rook over to the G file, so I wasn't too worried. And then he just starts marching Harry, which is kind of funny, because he does this. Harry gets all the way to h6 in this game, but it doesn't do him any good. So yeah, I'm trying to attack this pawn, right, and I'm noticing that the only reason my bishop can't move is because of this pawn. So I think he just ignores it. Whoops. Darn. Alright, let's fast forward. Serbia, how's it going? Okay. GM Fonza. Plus 2,000 players very rarely show bad sports. They seem to respect each other more than the under 2,000 sports do. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure why that is. Right, so he defends his pawn, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to attack the defender. And then he's ignoring everything, and then just marching this pawn. So I took his knight. He didn't, that was a free piece, but he gets to h6 here. And I believe, yeah, the end of the game comes really quick after this. So he marches his queen this way, abandoning his king. Knight back, opening up this file for the queen mostly. Queen moves, and then I've got mate in 2. So that was fun. he moved his queen the whole game, and I got out all my pieces. I just thought this game was so funny. I just decided to quit playing for the day, and I fell asleep shortly after this. So that was fun last night. All right, and there's another game I wanted to show you guys. This I played this morning. It was one of my warm-up games. Usually I play a couple of games before the stream just to make sure I get all the blunders out. So I think this was one of my first games of the day, and I didn't have very many blunders, so I was proud of that. Heroes like, I also hate when my opponents play 15 plus 10 to play 20 moves in 40 seconds. Well, they play like bullet. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, because you wanna play a quality game, and they're just blundering, right? So that's no fun. Links. Okay, so why doesn't that work? I have YouTube.com whitelisted. I really want to get to the bottom of this. Serbia, I'm sorry about that, because YouTube.com is supposed to be whitelisted. Let me see if I can... link protection... Yeah, YouTube.com is listed here. I wonder if I need like asterisks or something, like some kind of like star.youtube.com/star. Like if I add that... Hey, Serbia... Yeah, that would be helpful, Serbia, if you could hack him. No, I just added another. Could you post that exact same YouTube link again for me, just as a quick test? I would appreciate that. If he times you out or whatever, I'll obviously unban you. But I really want to make sure this is working, because YouTube is supposed to be allowed. Ask for permission. Oh, come on, James. All right, I guess I'm just going to turn off link protection for now until I figure this out. Because I don't understand why. I'm just going to turn off link protection. Arrow's like, yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Yeah, why do I pay you? Exactly, Serbia. Like, he's supposed to be doing what I say there. But, Alt F4 Pro, man. Hey, how's it going? It's nice to see one of the subs in here. Okay, so this is the game that I played this morning. Trying to get the blunders out of my system. But I guess it was my opponent who blundered. Actually, I did make one blunder in this game, but my opponent did not see it. So I'm playing the Queen's Gambit exchange, declines exchange variation here, and taking with a knight. I gotta say I think this is a mistake. Like you just shouldn't take with a knight here, because after e4, knight takes, b takes, white has a center and black doesn't have anything. Yeah, so. This move c5 didn't really worry me. I just, just developed. So again, I still have the center here, which is nice. And then here's my one blunder. I dropped this bishop. If he had just given check here, he would have picked up the bishop. But he didn't see that right away and played bishop here on penning instead. So I castled, and now this bishop's no longer hanging. I mean, he no longer has a fork anyway. The Grunfeld also kind of allows the center. Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on how they play the Grunfeld, but yeah. All right, so he's trying to kick my bishop. I move it back, and now it's protected here. And he moves his queen here, which, again, was similar to the mistake that my last opponent made, right? He's just moving his queen, and for actually no reason, right? Because the bishop is defended here. So while the queen looks active here, she just gets kicked around. I play a developing move, hitting her, winning time. I play my rook over, hitting the queen again, winning time. And now most of my pieces are developed, while black is kind of pitiful over here. Yeah, so I move forward. Now here, because I realize I have the lead in development, one of my viewers asked me about this a couple of weeks ago. The plan here is to open up the position to expose the black king. So the idea is to play d5. So I played that immediately. He traded first, which is exactly what I wanted, right? Now the e-file is open. Yeah, if we turn on Stockfish, and I think we will later, because it's funny, because the ending position of the game is material equal, but Stockfish says I'm plus 12. Plus 12 in an equal material position. So he moves his knight out, and, I have this coming. There's all kinds of good stuff here. Stockfish likes taking here because you can't take back with the queen because of the pin. I didn't go for that. I didn't see that in a 5-minute game, or in a 3-minute game actually. I took here. We took back with the knight. I'm like, okay, the e-file's opened up. This has got to be good. So I give a check, and he pins his bishop. All right, I didn't want him to castle. Right now that he's developed this bishop, my main objective is to stop him from castling. So I played my bishop here, meaning that whenever he castles, he loses the piece. What's funny to me is that after moving my bishop here, Stockfish gives castling as the main move, giving up this piece, because that's your best option at this point. Yeah, Serbia, you'll see here in a minute. Okay, so he stops me from taking his bishop, and yeah, just interposes the knight. Okay, now I'm seeing themes of pushing this pawn forward and checking. So, what did I do next? Oh, right. That's actually why I played this move as well. I'm pinning this, stopping it from castling, and also preparing d6. So here, after knight up, I can still play d6 because of the pin on the bishop, and because the queen's supporting the pawn. So d6 here, and my opponent resigned. Okay, so cool. We got some requests going. Yeah. So here the best option, according to Stockfish, I think maybe I'm giving up the queen. Let's go into the analysis board here. And you guys can, whoops. Okay, that's weird. Did that actually work? It did. Yeah. So, okay, I thought it said plus, yeah, here we go, plus 12. So the best option is to castle queenside, giving up your queen. And yeah, that's pretty game over. But yeah, the material is equal here. You notice there's 5 pawns, 2 minor pieces each, a queen and 2 rooks each, but I'm plus 12 here. It's beautiful. Of course, you know, there's no way to avoid losing material. He's going to lose one of these pieces next move. But yeah, I thought this was funny because my opponent resigned to this position and material is equal. But yeah, just destroyed him on the queen side. All right, so I got a message here. I'll check that later. So I'm in the Daily Rapid. If someone wants to challenge me, someone mentioned playing rapid games against viewers. Yeah, if you want to send me a challenge, I will. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to join this Daily Rapid arena. Yeah, so I haven't actually played a single rapid game since my last stream, which was almost 2 weeks ago. So I stopped playing rated rapid games, I guess, because I got over 2,000 last time I was streaming. So I was really happy to get over 2,000, and I don't know how long I'll stay that way, but we'll see. So yeah, as you can see, my rating here is 2002. So that was fun. At the end of last stream, just barely pushing over 2,000. We'll see how long that stays today. All right, bishop here is a mistake. Right, it just runs into this move I wanted to play anyway. Now he has to move his bishop again. So now I'm kind of tempted to just play e5 to grab the center because white hasn't. E5, d4, just push e5, e4. Yeah, seems good. I'd really play 10-0 or +5, but if you prefer to play the tournament, yeah, I don't know what I prefer really. I was just wanting to play some longer games so that I can comment for the stream. Against you or against random people in the tournament, it doesn't make much of a difference as far as I'm concerned. All right, so d3, passive. Let's bring this knight in. You're studying the modern Philidor. Is the Philidor still played? Wow. I had no idea the Philidor was still a thing. I thought that was the dead opening. Okay. So a lot of times I don't hesitate to trade here, but that's because my pawns are all on light squares. Now the position is more open. I want to keep my bishops. So I'm just going to step back. It's a way to avoid the classical Philidor. Modern Philidor. Okay, I guess I don't understand the distinction between modern and classical Philidor. Here's like some reviews on Twitch. I feel like 5 or 10 minutes is the most entertaining, and Bullet or 3 minutes is streaming. Yeah, exactly. I definitely want to have time to explain my moves and give you guys a sense of what's going on. So I'm considering both of these pawn pushes, but I should probably just develop and continue that way. This seems more forcing, bishop b4. Because he's got to deal with ideas of this. But I suppose he always has a3 in response to this. That kind of ruins the structure. Yeah, there's like, that's why I was saying bishop c4 was a mistake. He played 2 bishop c4, which is definitely a mistake against the Caro-Kann. Just gave me the whole center. I'm just going to develop my knight at this point. This move would be annoying, but I think I can improve my knight further by just, coming out this way temporarily. Okay, now I start needing to take here, because this pawn, I have to take back with a pawn to keep this pawn defended. But I think I'll just pin the knight, and that way if I can take back here, because he can't take this way, the knight would be pinned. So I'll just go here. Yeah, exactly, Erzlex. Although at my level, like writing the advantage of having the center like this out to the end is kind of unlikely. One of us is more likely to lose based on some tactic that the other misses. Like if I miss a tactic that he sees, then me having the center actually doesn't matter all that much. But I guess based on his rating, I'm more likely to see all the tactics than he is. So, all right. So now I think maybe I castle. Well, now he still has this now because the knight's not pinned anymore. I think I'll just take this knight off. It's so committal though. My dark squares. Okay. For some reason, Song Request is being stupid. Okay, I guess we got the end of the queue because that song didn't want to play. I don't want to get down on time too much. Maybe I'll just come back and deal with this knight like this. Although he's got 2 pieces here now. Yeah, I think I need to push. Or just take. Huh. Why didn't I see this earlier? Yeah, I mean he's got actually a lot of pressure on this pawn now. He probably shouldn't have castled and did something about this pawn earlier. Because me taking here and then taking back, he could have taken with the bishop. Alright, I'm using half of my time here in the opening. Let's not. I'm just going to push here. It gives him this square. It's a downside. Yeah, I guess he can get away with that, right? Because my queen is here. The knight can't move. Alright, let's come back here just to defend the knight. Yeah, Serbia's giving moves that I'm playing. I didn't actually see your comments before you. I don't know, hopefully you... I don't know. Always feels a little sketchy when Serbia gives me moves that I play. Because I swear I don't see them, but... Erzlex in him in 2 years. Well, that would be nice. That would certainly be nice. I am gonna start playing slower games again. To try to meet stuff like that. Actually, queen here looks like it's a nice little fork. But he just comes here with check. Yeah, and then I lose the right to castle. I'm just gonna castle now. If takes, then takes. he's got this pawn, but I'm on this knight, so he has to deal with that first. And if it takes here, I'm defending the pawn, so I don't see this knight going anywhere else that doesn't let me defend this pawn. Like, knight takes here, I go queen, defending the pawn. Yeah, Arrows like, you know, if I keep streaming and keep studying as much as I do right now, that might be an attainable goal. Alright, so this knight is under pressure, can't really develop his queen easily. I'll just advance with my queen now. Yeah, having moved both of these pawns, all these squares are nice and weak, so... I'm tempted by this move, actually hitting this pawn, but maybe queen up, leaving the bishop free is better. Yeah, let's go queen here. And now bishop here is actually an idea. Alright, so he hasn't done anything about... I think after bishop here he has to go king up. Hey Svenny, you get points just by being in the stream. You should get 6 points every 10 minutes. I think that's right. Or maybe 10 points every 6 minutes. Something like that. Whoa, he just gave me his knight. He had to play king here. That was really strange. I guess he was thinking that I was going to take his queen, and then his knight would get out of the way of my bishop. But yeah, all I had to do was take the knight. Alright. Alright, so now let's activate my rooks. Yeah, queen takes g5. I did look at that briefly earlier. I figured it was winning a pawn at least. I was going to take his knight first, though, to give check, force his queen back, and then take the pawn. Yeah, Svenny, that's a good comment, actually. But luckily, I've got control of the only open file, so he can't really make any threats there at the moment. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go here. But yeah, I've noticed, you know, he can also reach b8. So if my rook were to come forward, then this would be a problem, assuming that I didn't have control over the e8 square. So I had the option of grabbing this pawn, but yeah, there's a saying in chess that greed will get you killed. So I don't want to get too, like, you know, if I gave up control of the e-file there, that would have been bad. So now that I have control of the e-file with my rook, maybe taking here is an option. I like how it weakens this e-pawn. So yeah, let's go for that now. Because he can take here. You know what, let's just trade queens. Let's just, yeah, I'm just going to trade queens at this point. I have this sewn up with the extra bishop and the active rook. I'm totally fine here. I'm not sure what that's about. I guess he's hoping I'll play here so he can go like this. Oh, but he can't, right? Because the queen's pinned. I'm just take the queen off. Alright. Now we'll go up here. Seeing Magnus blundering an easy endgame win really shows how human grandmasters are. Yeah, Aeroslex. Did you watch the Tiled Arena over the weekend? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, that was a really good show. I watched the whole thing. I didn't catch the whole thing live, but I watched the recording after the fact. Oh, did I just lose my bishop? I just lost my bishop. Wow. All right. Well, I still have an active rook and extra pawns, so I'll take here and then take here. And then, you know, like Svenny said, I just need to watch for my back rank here. So king over? Yeah, probably king over. Draconic Fae. How's it going, man? Yeah, I just lost my bishop. It's too bad, really. Okay, so he's tying my rook down. I'll just advance this pawn. Try to keep everything active. I'm gonna go like this. Oh yeah, a minute and a half. Thanks very much. Yeah, I wasn't watching the clock. So I have like one extra pawn here because he's got this 2-to-1 majority on the queen side, and then I have an extra pawn here and an extra pawn here. So it's just +1 for me. 4 versus 5. His pawns are healthier than mine. I gotta get my king up. I think I'm gonna trade this pawn for this one. Maybe that's not a best idea. No, I can come up here. Oh, it's okay. This is my most advanced pawn. I don't want to trade it off too quickly. All right, now that the king is supporting this pawn, this rook is now free. What do I do about my king being checked here? I gotta move. Let's bring the rook over here, make a threat. I don't know. Only a minute left. It's good he's not moving very fast, actually. A lot of players will try to play way too quickly. Oh no, see here I am. Alright. Once you're in him, you'll gain popularity on the stream. I'm gonna gain credibility for potential coaching. Yeah, so that's a good point. I have noticed that title players do get a lot more viewers than untitled ones, so that's a. I won't lie, that is part of the motivation for me wanting to get back into tournament chess. So I'll go here and then push. Knock on one what? Serbia? Are you talking about London? Oh, I can't push. I go up first. He won against you. Oh, come on. If you had the opportunity to play against Naka, I would be very impressed. Not everyone gets to play against Naka, someone as good as Naka, you know? Alright, that's check. I should have an easy win from here. Another check. Oh, I should have gone here, winning the rook. Alright, I got his rook finally. And that's checkmate. GG. Back to tournament. When I come to 50, I'm going to challenge him. Nice. So I gained 3 rating points. I'm now at 2005 instead of 2002. It's a little bit more legit 2000. So I'm on the board with 2 points. I late joined this tournament. It's been going on for... This is a 2.5 hour tournament that I joined only 20 minutes ago. So, trying to climb back up the leaderboard. Oh, London, yeah. So he won the whole thing in London. Wow. That's a good result for him. He hasn't been doing too well in classical chess lately. They're so good that make chess look stale. Yeah, I kind of understand that, but that's only because there's so many guys that are that good. You know what I mean? Like, like in the days when Kasparov was the only like really really good player, right? Like he was winning all the tournaments and he made chess look fun because he was beating everybody. But these days, there's tons of players that play just as good as Kasparov, right? So, this is the issue that chess has right now, is that there's too many good players. If there was only Magnus and then a bunch of 2600s, then chess would be exciting. He'd be winning everything. And oh, I should have berserked this guy. He's only 1300. All right, I can still play fast to try to do well in the tournament. I'm assuming I take with the knight. Some people take with the queen here. MVL went for like a reversed King's Gambit. Oh, I did see that. Actually, I did see that. Chess at the very high level is stale, at least in classical. Right. But okay. But that's what I'm saying though. It's only stale because there's so many good players. Like if you watch one of these guys enter an open tournament with a whole bunch of other lower level grandmasters, they'll play some really exciting chess, and they'll all be winning. It's beautiful to watch. Okay, how do I play this position? Knight f3. Knight c3. Yeah, okay. More guys like you and me. That's funny. Yeah, Aerolex, that's what I'm talking about. Like if it was just Magnus and a whole bunch of 2700s, then chess would be really fun to watch. But, you know, there's a whole bunch of guys that are very close to Magnus's level right now, at least in classical. Now, if you watch Bullet or Blitz chess, oh my god. Magnus crushes everybody in 5-minute, 10-minute chess. Like everybody. I'm looking forward to the World Rapid in Blitz in Moscow this year. That's gonna be a great tournament to watch. Yeah, Erzlex. That's making the game so complicated. And my opponent is disconnected here. I guess I'm just gonna be able to claim victory soon enough. That's sad. Oh no, he's back. Okay. So I'll just unpin. Just get ready to castle. Go ahead and castle. They play against the same 10 people all year. Yeah, it's because they're playing in the elite events that only they're invited to. I'm not sure how to fix something like that, or if it can be fixed, or if it should be fixed. Because you get more exciting chess when different levels play against each other. Like the higher rated people have to take risks in order to beat the lower rated guys. You know. I'm really tempted to just pin this knight now because the bishop can't come back to save the day. Maybe I should just develop though. Let's get some more pieces out. Maybe I'll think about attacking, stuff like that. Well, he might. Erzlex, he might in a faster time control, but not in classical chess. No, in classical chess, it's too easy to figure out all the best defense. You just sit there and think about everything that your opponent can do to you. Whereas in Blitz, you know, you can't defend as easily. Okay. Let's keep this bishop. Fabiano is probably the strongest in the world at calculating. Magnus is well taught intuition. Yeah. That's about how I'd characterize that matchup. When I become president of FIDE, all top players will be required to play more open tournaments. I will cancel invitation tournaments. Haha. Now there's a man with a plan right there. Vote for you. All right. Not to say Fabiano isn't talented. Right. No, I mean, Fabiano is talented, right? I mean, that's because he can, you know, calculate so well. That's why we say he's talented. All right, what is he? Okay, so he's opening up the position for me while his king is still in the center. That's nice of him. I'm just going to take here. Yeah, Svenny, I didn't like f5 either. Although he looks like he's wanting to castle queenside, so but maybe he should have done that first before moves like f5. I'm not sure that I'm making the right moves to punish f5, but yeah, I didn't like f5, but I wasn't sure about how to dispute it, you know, completely. It seemed against principles, but I didn't really see what to do other than just taking here and then continue on with my normal plans. Whoa. So he's doing a fishing pole here where the queen comes to h4. Okay, but I've got this intermediate here, actually. Bishop g5, kicking the queen, and then I can take the bishop. It should be fine. Yeah, Svenny's trying to mate me. This guy, trying to mate me. All right, so rook check looks nice. Taking the bishop looks nice. Although if I take the bishop, he kicks my knight away, and then my bishop's not defended anymore, so he just takes here, and then probably goes to h4 after that. So I gotta be careful. He still has good moves, but I'm just gonna improve my rook here, give check, see what is he doing. He can't block with any piece really. So he's gonna have to move his king, give up the right to castle. King here, I've got a nice little check. Oh, king there, I've got a nice little check as well. So now the question becomes, where does he move his king to stop the check? So like if he moves anywhere, obviously these squares are off limits. This is off limits. if he goes here, then I take with check. So he has to go here, right? And then the queen can give check this way, and then I pick with the queen for free. Yeah. So his only square is here. Oh. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so now I have to go here. I'm screwing this up. Okay. So I can win a piece here, and then we'll deal with the bishop situation after that. Whoa, free queen. This is definitely a 1300 player. All right, GG. Yeah, he should have just moved his king, and then both of our bishops were hanging. Yeah, it would have been complicated. All right. So I definitely missed stuff in that game. I missed that his knight could take my bishop, or that his knight could take my knight. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it didn't click in my head that after his king moved, his knight wasn't pinned anymore. But anyway, it worked out. Yeah, proving he's not cheating. Yeah. Losing to a 1300 would make me question my sanity. at least a 1300 in rapid. I've lost to 1300s in bullet before. That's just because I'm not a bullet player. But yeah, rapid's another story. All right, we got our Okay, who requested this? Oh, Draconic Fae. All right. So I think I'll just take this. Seems fine. So I'm gonna play this like just like a modern defense or something. I'm probably gonna play e4. Just get developed quickly. Hit the queen with tempo. I'm tempted by queen here. Also bishop here. Just hitting the rook, but knight out. It's not a big deal. But then I have pawn up and pawn up. Like pawn up once, his knight moves, pawn up again, and I'm taking on f7 with check. Right? Because the knight moves back to defend the rook. That seems right. It's just breaking opening principles, right? You're not supposed to move your queen out so early. You're not supposed to move a bishop twice. Yeah, Erslex. I would think so. Something around that. My last USAF rating was a long time ago, and I was 1700. So I'm pretty sure I've improved since then. Yeah, Adam Chess. This is my first series of rapid games since that day I got over 2,000 2 weeks ago. It's better to advance the pawn and grab the center with white. So d4, and I'm threatening stuff. And I'm just calculating this. Where else can his knight go? Let's try it. See what happens. Oh right, you can just block with this now that his queen is here. Yeah, see, I didn't consider that at all. Alright, that's okay. Just bring the queen back.
Thanks for the subscription, Adamches.
Adam Chess with the Twitch Prime scrub. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate that. You guys, if you haven't followed Adam, give him a follow. He's got a nice stream that he does in the evenings, U.S. time. I like to tune him in as I'm falling asleep quite a bit. All right, I'm just going to develop my pieces at this point. I feel like this is a mistake now. As soon as I realized e4 was possible. Although, wait a minute. What did I do? Oh, all right, my knight wasn't here yet. Okay, got it. Maybe I should castle queenside here. This seems good for a kingside attack. Maybe I'll do that. Let's try that. Yeah, queenside castle. I like the way you think, Svenny. All right, so knight here is it's kind of wasting. It's not really wasting time. It's just kind of, it's moving a piece twice. You should be castling or developing as queenside. Where should I move the bishop? I like to get the bishop around this way. Whoops. The bishop here, and then if he goes like this way, come around this way. So let's go for that. Taking my bishop is not that big of a deal. My dark square bishop, I mean. Yeah, I'm willing to, because he's moving his knight so many times. Like, it just didn't seem that big of a deal to me. Like, my knight's coming in here with tempo. And Arizlex is not really completely open, right? Because these pawns are locked in the center. I would call this half open, if anything. I think bishop here is forced. Hey, h4, h5. Oh, Swagon. Hey, how's it going, man? Yeah, I'm feeling much better. Thanks for asking. The last week was not fun in my household, that's for sure. So h4, he's probably gonna go h5. Maybe I can play like g4 or something. Maybe I'll play g4 first. Let's go for that. King b1. That's kind of a king b1 can be an important move, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Swagod says, I love how the music turned down when you talk. Sorry to hear that, but glad you're feeling better. Yeah. Yeah, the music going down when I talk, I added that a couple of weeks ago. I realized recently that OBS had that feature built in, and so I'm like, why am I not doing this on all by why am I not doing this? All right, so this move actually didn't do anything. I mean, actually it did. Yeah, he's starting to take here. But I can play a3 or I can play king b1 to defend. On king b1, he has queen here, and I just go back. It's not a big deal. All right. Y'all see Magnus is streaming now with Elite Chess. I bet chess.com is, yeah. Yeah, Magnus has been streaming. Like his first stream on Elite Chess was back in like January or February. He streamed one of the first title arenas. So yeah, he streamed more of the titled arenas than he hasn't on Elite Chess. But yeah, it's nice to see him on Twitch playing on Elite Chess. That's for sure. I've never seen him play on chess.com. I think he does. He might have an account on chess.com. All right, so now rook takes seems good. I didn't even realize that these knights were attacking each other last move. maybe I should think about my moves or think about his moves more. Yeah, rook here is a nice fork on his central pawn and his queen. Rook takes. All right, so can I take here? After taking here, maybe it goes here, and my knight's pinned because of this. Oh, Oh, but then the knight can actually just go here and defend this square. Hmm. Might as well take the extra pawn while I can. I realize it's opening up his bishop, but I do like being up a pawn, especially when it's a central pawn. He can always play f4 and e5 to shut down his bishop again. All right, where should I go with my knight now? I think back here. No, it blocks the rook. Hmm. Maybe that's not so bad. Yeah, because you can't really attack it. Well, you can attack it with the bishop. Yeah, bishop here is an idea for him. I got to be careful of that. All right, let's come back this way. It's not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Ah, and I thought I had this move, but his bishop. Ah. Okay. So it looks like I'm attacking the exchange here. Let's get my other rook. So with the bishop or the rook? I feel like the rook. Just gotta be careful of my back rank. Alright, threatening mate. C3 to block that, I guess. Yeah, I do need to play quickly. It's interesting that he went to this endgame. Is he up? No, so the materials. No, I'm up a pawn now. Hmm. Hmm. Tense. It's tense. "46 seconds. GG. GG. What a game. What a game. I got really low on time there. He put up a stiff fight, too. Like, I felt like I was losing or very close to losing in that position at some point in the middle game. And then it simplified and I had an easy end game plan. Let's see. Just want to look at this one more time. Like right in here where both of his rooks became active, like, yeah, I mean, he there was no need for him to sack the exchange. He could have applied more pressure here without giving up material. Surely he did. I mean, like moves like this probably, attacking my king. Anyway, I felt like I got lucky that time somehow. There was like says, if I was in your opponent's place, the exchange and the time up an easy advantage to understand position, opening of material back. Yeah, like I felt like he had. I feel like he miscalculated that that exchange tech, thinking that there was more there than there was. He probably thought he was penetrating to the back rank and winning easily, but yeah, my rook could come back and defend my king. Yeah, so I got lucky there, that's for sure. Boy. But yeah, I think sacking the exchange there was definitely better than giving up the bishop, so I played that fine. And I kept my pieces active, kept things complicated, and yeah, he just kind of cracked. I guess that's the way that went. All right, should I berserk here? No, not with the way I've been playing. I've been playing much too slow in order to berserk. So I started playing c6 first in case they want to transpose into the Caro-Kann, but this guy did not do that. So I'll just go ahead and play the Queen's Gambit like I used to. Now he's playing the exchange Slav. That's interesting. Well, I can get away with bishop here, since this pressure is no longer on anymore. This is a mistake if we didn't trade. Obviously, well, not obviously, but I'm pretty sure if we didn't trade, this move would be a mistake. So, all right. So now he's got to go back with the knight. This doesn't really work. He hasn't played e3 or anything. So this is a nice waste of time for him. Yeah, it's possible there's like he got nervous. Yeah, nerves in chess are a big deal. Okay, so now maybe knight here is a good idea. I have like things like rook here and bishop here to apply more pressure on this knight. Let's go ahead and try it. Is bishop b4 a move here? Yeah, like bishop b4 or knight here. Like I just want to put more pressure on this pin piece. So I'm going to play bishop b4 next. Some nice music. Whoever requested this, thanks very much. I'm going to go ahead and castle. Imagine people playing the game deciding if they become titled or not after years of work. The nerves. Yeah, right? Ah, thanks, Serbia. Well. So he's about to castle, right? And then I'm going to lose all this pressure that I have on the knight. So I'm not sure, like, this is kind of an issue for me, this bishop pinned to the b7 pawn. I'm not sure what to do about that, really. I think I gotta take the knight and then get his b pawn here. But then again, maybe I take with the bishop, though. No, that's my good bishop. If I take with the knight, I have to move the bishop, and then I lose the b pawn. Maybe this puts a stop to his castling. If I move my bishop here. Let's try that. It's kind of a neat little trick if he castles. If I was 2190 rated and the next game would decide if I'm becoming a master or not, I'd do it in my pants for sure. Oh no. That's funny. Yeah, because I guess at least in the US, I don't know about other... Oh yeah, so I think this works now. If I take the knight, and then I have this fork. And if he takes my knight, I just take this way. It's a nice little fork here. Winning the exchange. So that was my idea behind bishop g4. It's kind of like playing for tricks, but at the same time, there was a point here. Like, as soon as I play bishop g4, he can't castle, so his king's stuck in the center, and this knight is always pinned. So, like, it sort of felt like a waste of time, but there was a good reason for it. So, all right, I'll go ahead and take the rook now. All right, so get my rook active. Actually, if I take his knight, he has to take my queen, and then I win a piece. Yeah, let's go here. Because his queen's hanging. He has to take my queen, and then I can take back with the bishop. I've won a piece now. Yeah, or he could just move his queen, right? And then I just move my bishop. All right, so now I'm a full rook up. Winning the exchange and then winning a piece twice in a row. So I'm a full rook up now. Yeah, almost missed a free piece. Almost missed a free piece, right? It didn't click to me that the bishop was... All right, so he's got this right here. That's annoying. What do I do about that? So I guess I hit his rook. And then maybe play like b6 or some other move that defends the b pawn. And I can't play b6 because of the c6 knight. I could play queen b6 though. Queen a6 is check. I feel like this bishop's gonna die. Because like after queen b6, for example, the bishop doesn't have any squares, and like queen here, the bishop goes back to a5, but then b4 happens. So maybe queen a6 is better. Defending the pawn, giving check, and then the bishop can escape back this way. Yeah. Oh, he's got this move. Okay, I missed that. Whoops. Alright, so now I have to go here. Okay. He's playing quickly. Might be a problem. So now I have this little fork. He's gonna win that pawn, yeah, right? Man, I keep missing these moves that he has. Wow. I mean, I just take his queen, he takes my queen, it's no big deal. But if I move my queen, I'm losing my knight, so I'll just take his queen. It's fine. I'm still up a rook. So what can I say? I've just been trying to get my rooks active these last few moves. Alright, so now this pawn's going to be pinned. So bishop here seems strong. Alright, this forces a trade of rooks. Alright, I'm the only one with a rook now. I'd be pleased if he resigned. Like, at this point, I'm not sure why he's playing on. This pawn's going to be dead next move. Like, you know, you can't save it. Well, I suppose he could push, right? Because the bishop's on the square. But not if I go here. Well, if I go here, my bishop dies. No, I can go here. That's ugly. That's okay. Now he doesn't have a bishop anymore. I still have an extra rook. Alright, finally, back to tournament. So I won 4 games in a row. That's pretty decent. Keeping my 2000 rating by not playing any other 2000 rated players. Yeah, that always helps when you know, you don't play anyone of your strength to keep your rating. So maybe if I win 2 more games in a row, and I might be doing well this tournament. All right, an 1800 player. Let's see if I can improve my rating now. Yeah, I know, right? It's a good feeling to get that first number changed. Haven't seen that first number change in what? God, when did it become over 1,000 USCF? I think I was like 13 or 14. F4, huh? It's very aggressive. And now E5. Okay. All right, let's get the bishop out. I'm going to play E6. Wow. F4 and C4. This guy means business. Okay, so queen there. Hitting my knight. Let's move the queen out. Defend my knight. .97. That's true, Svenny. Yeah, this usually doesn't lead very far in the Caro-Kann. Because I have Rook C1 and 97, so it's not that big of a deal. So now my question is, after Bishop C5, does he have D4? And I think he does, because the knight's pinned. So probably Bishop C4 is not the best move here. Because I take, he takes, I take, and then he can take the knight with check. My queen's hanging. So that would be a blunder. Let's not do that. So now he's starting to move his knight here, I guess. So I kind of have to play Bishop C5 so that he can't play knight D4. And once he plays C4, I guess I go check. It's fine. Oh no, I can't go check because he just takes. So Bishop C5, D4, and then what? See, I'd rather not play Bishop E7 while my bishop is here. But I really have no safe squares for the bishop. Like bishop here, pawn up. It's like I have to go all the way back, or Bishop E7 blocking the knight in. Yeah, out of chess you can use my good game well played now. Nice. Yeah, actually A6 might be decent option. It should break the pin. I can take back with the queen. If he goes knight here, I just take his bishop. Oh no. A6 actually does not threaten the bishop because the pawn's pinned. Yeah, so queen here, that's a problem. Alright, let's just go here. I'll figure out what to do after this. Yeah. I guess I have to go Bishop E7 and then knight this way and castle as soon as possible. With the rook here to help defend, I should be okay. Should be okay. I'm just glad his knight can't go here. A6, no, not after you take the bishop. Yeah. The queen can take the rook. F4 is fine if you don't commit the c-pawn as well, but this position seems wrong. Yeah, I agree, but right now it's proving tough to deal with, honestly. Okay, so someday bishop g3 bishop g6 and knight f5 are ideas. And did he just trap my queen? He really did. Wow. I totally did not see that coming. I've been playing against these lower rated players. I wasn't even seeing the lower rated players' moves. Yeah, I can't take the bishop because of bishop takes f6. Queen a5, bishop c6. Oh no, this is check. Oh, this is check. He missed that. No, queen takes. Yeah, queen takes. Man, does this do anything? No, bishop back. Bishop back though. So queen here, and I'm only losing a piece because I can save the queen after the bishop comes back. Surely. Wow. So I think bishop here check was my only move. Well, no, even bishop back, he's got queen takes, and my queen is still trapped. My queen is still trapped. I can't take the bishop or anything. I think this game's over. This game's totally over. Yeah, bishop takes, queen takes, and I'm just toast. Wow. Man, okay, I've got to, like, losing in the opening like this, I have to analyze this. Wow, what a terrible way to lose, especially on stream. So let's go into the Masters thing and see what I can do to punish this f4, d5. He played e5, bishop f5, that's a move. And then c4 is just not even a move. Like, this is not a thing. So c4 is a move on the Lichess database. Yeah, most people play e6 and black wins. Takes, knight f... Huh. Knight c6? Seems fine. Yeah, I don't know what I did here. That was so bad. Maybe queen b6 though. Queen b6 seems okay, but yeah, maybe I needed to play like bishop b... queen here. Like queen here with the idea that bishop comes out to c5 and then back to b6. Like queen to c7, and then bishop c5 to b6 would have been much better. But with the queen on c7, it interferes with the rook guarding on c8. Yeah, I'm not so sure. So here, Stockfish likes knight e7. Yeah, that's hard to play though with the bishop being locked in like that. So it says black's winning by -2 somehow? Like, so what's the point? So they go like d4 and then just a6 and their attack just pitters out. You can go b5, winning more tempo. And then, how do you develop this bishop, Stockfish? Bishop e4. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I see. Now your knight comes out and then... Alright, yeah. So, okay, so I can remember that in the future, actually. So you just solidify the knight, and then you can kick the bishops. You can kick the pieces out. Yeah, moving the queen out was a problem, I think, for me. Wow. Yeah, the intuition was right, but man, proving that in a blitz game, that's rough. Okay, let's go back to the Rapid Arena. So I think that with that I've lost my 2000 rating, unfortunately. That's okay. We'll get it back someday. True. All right. Always good to learn something when you lose. All right. Queen's Gambit decline. Classical. Knight here. Play the exchange. And again, I've said this before. Knight takes is a popular move, but it's just terrible because it gives me the center for nothing. Black doesn't have any compensation for my center control here. Yeah, okay, Erzlex, that's good to remember. Okay, so c5. Did I play this guy earlier? Like, I feel like I just played this exact same opening earlier. I played knight f3. Or maybe this is the game that I showed that I played this morning. I don't remember. I'll pin this knight. So now queen check doesn't work, right? Because this. But it's good to know actually if pawn takes, I can't take back with the pawn because of this hanging bishop. All right, so a6. I can just go queen here, right? But now bishop here is. Yeah, this is kind of bad news, isn't it? d5 also might be worth considering. Kind of breaks up his pawns. Oh, here's Lex. That's interesting. I'll have to remember that. Yeah, I need to look at the f4 variation quite a bit because it wasn't included in the opening lecture that I watched on the Caro-Kann. Didn't really talk about f4 all that much, so I should go ahead and try to memorize some of those moves. I don't want to put my bishop back because he just gains so much space here. If I take here, oh, that seems like an obvious solution. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Taking here just gives him a whole bunch of weak pawns, right? All right, now I'm going to castle. Taking with the queen, because with two isolated pawns, I want to the end game. Like this is my end game to win, so I feel like the queen trade should benefit me. Okay, I'll go ahead and take up his the bishop that's not on the right color square. So now we both have dark squared bishops. And I'll grab the b file. Put bishop here next. Oh, thanks for the uncontested b file. I don't know why he gave up his b rook like that. That was so weird. He traded this active rook on the b file for my f rook that wasn't doing anything. That was nice of him. Adam just says, what thematically is Queen's Gambit about? Like, is the French is to trade down and get to an endgame? Like, what are the main objectives? Yeah, you're just fighting for control of the center. Like, d4, d5, and then c4 is a less risky way with the same idea as the King's Gambit, right? It's just fighting for the center in a less risky way because you can basically win the c4 pawn back if they ever take it. And your king side, your king side isn't a big deal. Yeah, I think I can check here. In order to defend his... Yeah, this is a tactical problem that he missed. Oh, wait. Yeah, he just goes back. Okay. I was thinking he went forward, but then this is actually a big problem for him. Okay, but now with this king kind of backwards, let's go here. Because earlier, with pushing this pawn, I was a little bit afraid of his king coming up, and you know I couldn't defend this pawn. Well, yeah. So now I can't defend the pawn because of the rook. Ouch. And now I have back rank issues too. Jeez. What am I doing here? All right, let's just get the active king. Just giving up that pawn now. He's gonna be a pawn up. That's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all. It's nice that his king is cut off, kind of. I mean, you can kind of step up this way. But for now, I have the active rook. More active than his, I think. Just a little bit. I get frustrated with my intuition tells me... Oh, hang on. Let's go... When my intuition tells me my opponent's moves are punishable, but I don't find a way to... Yeah, that's frustrating. That's why slower time controls are more interesting for me, because I can find stuff. You see stuff that you think it might be bad, and then you can use the time on your clock to make it happen. Hmm. So I normally don't want to trade pieces, but I feel like he started putting all of his pawns on the wrong color. So I feel like I know something about this ending that he doesn't. That's why I traded rooks there. His pawns are targets. Hmm. I think I'll win this race. I feel like I'm winning this now, because my pawn's further advanced than his. Yeah, he just lost this. He just lost this game. Pretty sure he just lost this. So you're more of a positional player. You love to maneuver and control squares, and you get very uncomfortable when my opponents do pawn breaks. Any tips on that? Yeah. Well, I mean, you can avoid stuff like that. Hang on. So king here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves, versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves. So I have to be prepared for both of these checks, right? So king here is the only good move here in this position. So I'm gonna play it, because both of these pawns could potentially check me on move 5. So yeah, I'm just gonna get a queen, and maybe this is a draw because he has so many passed pawns, but maybe not. All right, let's go ahead and pin this pawn. Wait. Yeah, pin it. King up. Oh, jeez. This is rough. Cadis and R's. How's it going? Yeah, I'm not sure. I know how to do it with one pawn, but with two, I think it's more difficult. So like now his king can go back and forth, and I have to pin all day long, right? Like right now I'm pinning this pawn, but as soon as his king goes here, oh, queen here. If king here, there's mate. And what do I do if king here though? Oh, then I just take his pawn. No, because then there's this and it's a draw. Shoot. So queen here, king here. I can check him. He goes back. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm too late, guys. I'm not sure. I think he has a draw here. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know. Whoa! He stepped into the mate. Oh, that was lucky by me. That was lucky. The poor guy had a draw there. I'm pretty sure he had a draw. Oh, that's hilarious. I gotta check that out. So yeah, king h1 was a draw. Yeah, but there was only one. Like there were 3 losing moves. There was 2 losing moves and only 1 winning move, or 1 drawing move. Yeah, so he played one of the losing moves. Whew. I kind of eked that one out, just barely. We have time for one last game in the tournament. 73rd out of 894. It's a solid top 10% score there. Feels good, man. Feels good. Yeah, that definitely was a draw. Just check the table base. I was winning when I had the queen. Stockfish gave you plus 60. Really? So there must have been a better defense there. Yeah, I didn't play that quite as well as I should have. The queen managed to place herself on the 8th rank. Ah, so I should have just gotten in front of the pawns and stayed there, and then marched my king up. Hey, Sonic Castle, how's it going, man? All right, so just got the next game coming up. All right. Yeah, so d5. Best way to learn technique for the queen pawn in games. Queen pawn in games. Oh, you mean queen and pawn, or queen versus pawn? Is that what you mean, or like queen pawn versus queen and pawns? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand your question, Katasanar. Queen versus 2 pawn. Oh, like this here. Well, those are table-based positions. So like you can just explore the lines with the table base and see like which moves win and which moves lose, and yeah, you can just learn the plans that way. There's also, I mean, there's good books too. Like I was reading a book called 100 Games You Must Know, and the queen versus pawn is there. So the queen, he covers queen versus 1 pawn, which is quite nice actually. You can actually win the queen versus 1 pawn pretty easily, and he shows that technique. 100 Games You Must Know by Jesus de la Villa. So I'm gonna go this way. Yeah. Okay, yeah, thanks for joining, Adam, and thanks for the sub again. ACFH is a draw if the king is remote. Is that true, Serbia? I guess I knew A and C were because of the If the king is too far away, because he always has the king in the corner, and he can't take the pawn. Yeah, the stalemate thing. I guess I'm just not aware of the A and H pawn issues that happen. I guess it's really similar. Yeah, I can see the king stalemating himself on A1 or H1 with the pawn right in front of him. What am I doing here? F5 was not really a positional type thing that I would normally want to play. Maybe G4 is okay now? Like, as long as I'm going on the king side, might as well go hard, right? Let's see what happens. Bishop has to go all the way back here, I think. Yep. So now I have the idea of playing here, but this knight is an issue. So maybe I take here and then play here, just to imprison the bishop. Chess.com made a video of it between Stockfish and Leela, but it was only 1K. Still interested. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's like, I've heard that about the Russian School of Chess. They learn all the end games when they're children, just kind of like by rote memory and stuff. Since you're 200 or lower, so 200 or lower, you learn by watching. All right, man. Yeah, that was kind of the goal for the stream. Is just for players that have been playing as long as I have, maybe, or players that have been playing longer, but haven't gotten to the point where I have yet. They could learn something. I like just sitting here and talking about the game, see what I might be doing right or wrong. And you get players like Serbia who come around and tell me that I'm full of crap. So that's kind of nice too. All right, so I think I can take here. That's no good. The more pieces we trade, the worse this bishop's gonna look, I think. But I'm worried about this pawn. I guess I have rook here. No, but then this pawn falls. Okay, let's try to prepare that, I guess. Oh, he's starting this and then taking this pawn. Ah, I missed that completely. Shoot. It's the same issue. It's the same issue as trading as when he trades. Ah, that's my bad. Wow. Whoa, he missed it. Okay, so just go... How do I defend this? I have to go rook here. It's the only move. Oh, but he's got knight here? Boy. This is not comfortable. Suddenly. Yeah, by trying to control the dark squares, I've given up light square issues. Yeah. This is a problem. Knight there. Wow. Okay, that I don't mind so much. The stream's viewers have good taste in music. Yeah. It's nice how that worked out. I've been doing song requests. When I first started doing song requests, I got a bunch of random people that their taste was okay, but yeah, it's certainly improved over the months. That's for sure. I've been doing it more consistently since it's gotten better. Okay, so I'm gonna take this knight off now. Oh no, it can't because he takes with the pawn. Now he's still got this move, which is a problem. But it's less of a problem now because rook here saves the day. Okay, so let's just double up. So knight here I can respond to this because the king is now defending this pawn. Yeah, Sonic Castle, the metal songs, that's Woolwolf. If Woolwolf is in the channel, then he requests the heavy metal stuff. Not Beowulf, Willwolf. So I think I'm actually threatening to win a pawn now. And also defending. Multi-purpose. Whoa! I totally missed this. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I only have one legal move, so I have to play it. Check. King over. So he has a draw now. I think it's just a forced draw. Man, I was so excited about cutting off the bishop, and then I didn't even consider that my light square is going to be so weak down here. So he's threatening a check this way. Well, bishop here. Oh, he's also threatening my rook, right? All right, let's do this. I don't see this queen check leading anywhere. Okay. So, are these two pieces going to be enough? I don't think they are right now. Rufus and Doofus.
Rufus and Doofus cheered with 1 bits merms wagans wisto merms were charity.
Yeah, nice, man. Rufus and Doofus points out a nice thing. I actually heard about this earlier this week. Twitch is doing a charity promotion, so any bits that you donate to any stream on Twitch right now automatically go to like 40% to charity. So, and it doesn't even hurt me. Like I still get all the normal benefits, and then they just match it. Okay, so that loses a pawn. I don't think there's any issues with me taking that pawn. Oh, he can go here? Is that the point? Yeah, after pawn takes... No, I can take this way. Interesting. Thanks for the host, Rufus. I appreciate that. There's like, it's pretty crazy how high the skill floor is in chess when you've been playing for a year and you don't know what's going on. Oh man, you wouldn't believe. Like, I've been playing chess my whole life. Like, I don't even remember days when I wasn't playing chess. Well, okay, I learned to play when I was 10. I guess I do remember some of chess before some days before chess, but yeah, no, I mean, when you've been playing for 20 some odd years and grandmasters make you look like an idiot, yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, I play against grandmasters and they just make me look, yeah, like I don't know what I'm doing at all. It's funny. Yeah, a year is yeah, just a drop in the bucket in chess, that's for sure. Although it's interesting. I've heard from people that have only been playing for a year or so, and then are about as good or just as good as me already. So that's humbling as well. So maybe queen here stops the checks. I think it does. Yeah. Drops his pawn though. Oh wow, he didn't take it. So queen. Oh, I could have taken with the king. That's why. All right. Is anything hanging? Maybe I could just do this and this. He's starting bishop here, I guess. But yeah, let's go rook here, and then I can go pawn up. This bishop's still trapped. 200 elo lower isn't as good. No, I'm talking about, there's a viewer of mine from Germany. He used to be here almost every week. Ariel was taken, and I consider him to be very close to as good as I am. But yeah, he had only been playing for about a year when he started watching me. All right, so pawn up here is a nice threat. I'm not sure. I think the only way to defend is pawn up, and that makes the bishop even worse. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about this, but I feel like his king safety is going to be an issue now. Although rook over here immediately. No, that just loses to queen takes pawn. So pawn up and then rook over. Excuse me. Let's try it. I'm thinking I'll take here. Most GMs were never Potzers. They climbed to 2000 very quickly. Yeah. So you get to be 2000 when you're really young. It helps a lot. That's for sure. I'm getting low on time. It always makes me nervous when it says bot. It's kind of funny though. I don't think he's a bot. I'm just saying, like, he has bot in his name. I don't know why. Most GMs were 2000 at the age of 12, 13, right? Exactly. And they learned when they were 4 or 5, right? So they were playing weekly for maybe 6, 7 years at most. All right. So now rook over, and I think white might have some issues. I hope white has issues here. All right, before I sack this, well, I don't really have a choice. I think I have to go for like a forced draw here or something, because I'm not doing well. I can win his rook, but I think he wins my bishop. GG. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to win there, and I was really low on time. Although, okay, I'm gonna pause the tournament. I'm gonna play another game with only 4 minutes left. Let's look at that last game that I drew, because I feel like if I threw away a win there, I'm gonna be upset. But let's see what Stockfish says. It says black's winning. So what's the winning idea? I take the rook. So I went here because either of these king moves is mate. Well, king here, checking, go this way. I thought maybe this was going to be mate soon. Surely. Yeah, maybe not. But yeah, king g2. Let's go here. Let's see what this looks like. I didn't have time to calculate all this, and I was happy to just take the draw. But okay, king g2. I mean, when it only says -2 and he's got an open king, like either I can checkmate him or it's a draw. Like I don't see how -2 is a thing here. Like this is weird. Like if Stockfish is not seeing at depth 24 is not seeing a win for me, then I'm happy to take the draw. So yeah, I think I'm fine here. Serbia says, "What's the substantial difference between Stockfish 9 and 10?" Yeah, there was a few bugs, I guess. Stockfish 9 had some weaknesses in certain endgame type positions where it wasn't playing well. And they fixed those bugs so it plays a little stronger in certain types of positions. Twitchnar asks, who would win if there were only pawns and the player with the last pawn standing won? The last pawn standing. I mean, that's a totally different game, man. It's hard to say. I mean, I think the person who moves first would probably have an advantage. But no, I'm not sure if it was a Ryzen Effect Serbia. I really don't know the details. I just heard I read the change notes when Stockfish 10 came out, and I think it was mostly just yeah, Twitchnar White. I mean, White always has an advantage just because he goes first, but if you're talking about king and pawns or just pawns only, last pawn standing. I mean, that game is probably an easy draw, honestly, because you can force pawns to be blocked off. Yeah, if there's no king, then the pawns will block each other very quickly, and it'll just be a draw. With kings in there, it gets more complex. But yeah, certainly White has an advantage. So many fish and chess scenes, Stockfish, Badfish. Yeah, they started copying each other as far as the names go. I managed to get out of the Potzer range. 15 to 1800 is a huge part. Yeah, is that a Potzer range? I guess. I don't know. I still feel like I'm a Potzer. Following the lead of the project and trying to support as much as I can. Most players peak there. Yeah, no problem, Twitchnar. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the ratings are kind of inflated at Lichess, so high 1900, 2000 doesn't seem that impressive, but at least to me. But yeah, I'm definitely in the top few percentage of chess players now. I think I really want to get back into like legit tournament play to see how I compare these days. But looks like I've got a challenge from a viewer. Oh, Serbia wants to play a 10-minute game. he doesn't have an established rapid rating. Let's go ahead and play Serbia in a 10-minute game. This will probably be the last game of the stream. But yeah, let's see how this goes. All right, so he's playing the Nimzo. I remember this about Serbia. All right, so the rapid reader finished. Looks like I Looks like I got, what place was I in? 81. 81 out of 914. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So he's going to try to checkmate me on the king side. See if I can stir up any trouble on the queen side at all. Englishman in New York. Yeah, that's a good one. Sting. Let's see how many songs are in the queue right now. Song requests. There's 3 of them here. There's a couple more songs, and then yours will be up. I'm not sure if that will. Ooh, B6 is a good point actually, because I can never play C5 now. Locking it up on the queen side. This is bad for me, I think, because now my counterplay is very limited, and maybe playing on the king side is going to be kind of a big risk for me. Wow. See how this goes. That's not going to work actually, because of the queen being on the a-pawn. It's like I need to play this first. So now f4 is a threat. Yeah, but see, he's still on it. He's got me all tied up here. Maybe I can get away with this. Not sure really. Yeah, this is a big hole he just jumped into. Ouch. And now this pawn is a big issue actually. I have to take here. That does actually help me defend this pawn, because he's just come back in with this knight. Wow. Yeah, well done, Serbia. Man, how did you... Like, this pawn structure is so bad once you have these 2 pawns here. Like, that's unbelievable that I have, like, 0 queenside play. I'm really curious to see how Stockfish plays this middle game as white, because, like, I didn't feel like that. I didn't play that opening so badly, but suddenly the middle game just seems terrible for me once you locked up the queenside. Man, what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? It's an interesting game, though. All right. Yep. The queen was doing 2 jobs there. Oy. Well, maybe I have something on the H file. We'll see. Get the knight back in the game somehow. Hmm. I'm asking myself why there are people on ChessCom so strong. Past 1800 on Lichess, the ratings start to become more accurate. Oh, that's funny. So you guys are under the impression that the Lichess ratings are not inflated above a certain level. I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard that before. Goat says it sounds like Smelly Cat. Wait, what? What sounds like Smelly Cat? OTB's starting rating is about 1200. OTB, you talking about tournament chess? They don't compute a starting rating. They give you unrated, and then your first tournament score determines your rating. So how you play against other people who already have an established rating. So I've had this idea for a while. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we'll see. He probably needs to find a way to defend here, and then I resign because I'm a rook down. But once he finds this way to defend, we'll see. Because I pressure down the H file. Yeah, because the king can escape this way. Yeah, this king just runs away, and he's fine here. Yeah, he can block the rook as well. Oh, it was a try. I had to try it. Yeah, good game, man. Good game. So Sonic Castle asks, just curious, do you know about the engine Leela? I do, yeah, actually. I pay attention to their Discord chat every now and then. Watching the developers talk about that. Yeah, I do want to go back to the Analysis Serbia, definitely. And Aerslex, could I do one tournament and get NM? Yeah, exactly, Aerslex. Right. You could join a tournament as an unrated, join the open section, get paired against masters, and if you get an even score, you become a master. Yeah, that's how it works, Aerslex. Right. Okay, so let's analyze now. And yeah, let's see how this works. So into the analysis board, turn on Stockfish, and actually I want to I'm gonna request where is it? Oh, computer analysis comes down here now. Yeah. Oh, so he's already done it. Good. Okay, so in the opening, this is the first question that I had that we don't need the computer for. So I think I played this fine. Let's go back to the master's database. Okay. So first question I had was knight f3, and that was good. Yep. Then he played d6. So you're supposed to play bishop d2 here. I think I played e4, which is not popular, but still playable. Then we locked up the position. Yeah, we get this equal position. Oh wow. So the book move here is queen takes. Why can't he take this pawn? Queen takes, knight takes here, right? Oh, this knight's hanging. Knight takes here, queen back. And both these knights are hanging. That's why. Aha. Yeah, I should have taken back with the queen. Oh, I'm so stupid. So now after 97, looks really good for white. Based on the theory here. But yeah, they didn't play it like me. They played bishop d3, which makes sense. Trying to just... Oh, wow. Stockfish likes giving up this pawn immediately. Breaking with c5. Just as soon as possible. So 5.1 after ef4. So I haven't gotten to f4 yet. Yeah, it likes black better here. I liked black better here. So I had this idea to play f4. Oh wow. Yeah. So me playing g4 was obviously really bad here. Yeah, I felt terrible as soon as you played knight f4. I felt really bad about my position. So yeah, g4 was bad. So did I ever have anything with this attack on the h file? I guess not, right? Whoa. So white was winning? White was winning here. Wait. So f6 was the move. Yeah, I didn't even consider that actually. But bishop takes. Yeah. So white was winning. White was winning. Here. If I just played f6, and I get a thorn pawn. If you take here, I think, yeah, queen g2 and then queen h3 threatening mate. So f6 was a winning move here, because you can't take, right, because of queen g2, king over, and then oh, this is just mate in 2. Yeah, that's nice. That's even better. It's more forcing. So obviously you don't take. So Stockfish suggests queen e5, and then queen h3 threatening mate. Then you play h5 to defend somehow. Then you take here. We trade queens. Then I get down the h file. You take, go here, and then win the rook. That's why it's +5. Holy crap. So I had a good idea. I just didn't see the winning continuation with f6. Man. So, and then what I played, rook takes, was just supposedly a draw, but I didn't see that. Queen h3, king g8. Oh, f6 again. Yeah, I wasn't looking at stuff like that. But now you play f6 and you're winning. Wow. Well, it looks like I found a good plan. I just didn't see it all the way through. I didn't see all the right moves to. I see how to correct my thinking process as important and not a concrete variation. Right. So Arizlex asks, so someone could try hard chess improvement for 2 to 3 years online, study, play one open, and if he does the performance of 22, he's in him instantly. Yep, that's exactly right, Arizlex. And that's the advice that's given to new players. Even when I was young, they said don't play your first tournament too early, because once you've got an established rating, it takes a lot more games to get it back up, as opposed to like just improving your strength and then boom, suddenly you're a really strong player. Because once you get the lower rating, it's a psychological thing. Oh, I'm just a 1600 player, or oh, I'm just a 1200 player, right? Where you could be improving this whole time, but you still think, oh, I'm just a 1200 player. As opposed to if you just study and study and study, and you don't have any idea of how good you are, and then you get this high rating, suddenly you're a strong player in your own mind. So yeah. So yeah, that was always the advice, even before the days of computers and the internet, was to just study as many books, get as strong as you can. But it's nice to know that I had winning chances against you, Serbia. I think this is one of the first times I think I've ever had a position that was +5 against you, Serbia. That's kind of nice. Yeah, good game, man. Well done. Yeah, Erzlex, you're right. It is definitely a game of psychology, and how do you say that? Yeah, like intuition and psychology. There's lots of stuff like that going on in chess. Well, unfortunately, guys, I have quite a bit to do before my wife gets home from work, so I actually need just to end the stream early today. I will see you guys again here tomorrow. So thanks everyone for joining me. I do appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern U.S. time. All right. See you guys later.